Hi, my name's Ann, and what you're seeing here behind me is Open Neighborhood, revisioning Kelly's Corner. To the right of me is a big computer screen blown up, and that's our visualization that's been done by Tufts graduate students who are standing next to me. And directly to my right are students putting on their vision of Kelly's Corner on a map, a plan that's about at 80th scale. Now I'm going to pass you to Amanda Garfield, who's the graduate student at Tufts, who's in charge of this project.
Yeah, so we've been working with the town of Acton to come up with new visions for what the Kelly's Corner neighborhood could look like, and we're involving students as volunteers to help guide other residents through the process and using the digital tools that we've developed here. We're using a program called Second Life to help visualize a 3D Kelly's Corner, as well as a flash program to help move around objects and buildings and add things, and delete buildings if you want to. Students here have been really helpful, and I guess that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I'll say. So really, my name's Julia. I'm also a grad student from Tufts. Really, this whole project is a way to bring planning to life for people that don't work in City Hall. It's something that doesn't take place behind closed doors, but out in the open, in your home, you can go around and experiment. What do you want to see downtown? What's missing? How do you want to behave differently that you can't right now in existing conditions, so that when City Hall actually does go to make a plan, they have this huge selection of visions from their citizens of what the people actually want to see. So the a final plan comes from that collective vision.
What's important for STEM to see, that I think this does involve science, technology, and math, because one thing that kids are working with right now is scale. There are different plans at different scales that they have to understand. They're also using some pretty sophisticated computer tools, and we're seeing some of the technology that's going to change their world. And the more that they learn to work within it, I think the better off they will be, and perhaps we'll be too. I think that about sums it up.
Right, so in designing that would come into play mapping and measuring the scale of buildings, if it's going to be scaled for cars or for people. If the streets are going to be narrow or wide to encourage fast driving or slow driving. Sidewalks, are they going to be wide enough for a wheelchair? Well, you're going to have to measure that. Can two wheelchairs pass? A lot of times, the biggest thing that children comment on that's missing in their downtown is walkability, and because children can't drive, so this is their opportunity to design a city by measuring and mapping it so that it caters to the behavior of children, which is not driving. So a balanced downtown urban environment, and they can go in and design that from their perspective and measure it and calculate, what the ratios of space and building and setback would be, and put their little creative minds to work and come up with a vision.
Currently, I'm an urban planning graduate student at Tufts University, and I came from a public high school with focus in arts and design, and I went to college at Rhode Island School of Design, undergrad, and got a degree in industrial design. And from that, I fell in love with urban planning issues and architecture and landscape architecture, and decided to go back for a second degree, a graduate degree in urban planning, and that's what got me to this project here. And what got me to this particular project was a partnership with one of my professors who has a focus in digital tools.
Okay, so right now we're going to be going over to the Open Neighborhood exhibit, which is pretty much a 3D rendering of what's going on in Acton. And we're going to interview someone. Hello, are you involved in this exhibit?
Yes, I am.
Yes, would you like to tell us what's involved in the Open Neighborhood project?
Sure. It's a project to look at what ideas the community might have for Kelly's Corner, which is an area that's right near the school, so there's a huge population of kids that cross there. So what are some ideas that might make it more pedestrian friendly, more attractive, and more functional, let's say. So part of it is, first of all, looking at the maps and getting familiar and seeing this bird's eye view, which is a really nice way of seeing how large the parcels are, what's involved. And also we're going to be doing a workshop on Saturday, November 14th, where kids, adults can come and actually build physical models of what they think might happen. So if on a particular intersection where there's nothing interesting right now, people think, oh, that would be a great place for a cafe and a park, you could build a model of it and show people what it might look like, and perhaps convince people in the town that this might be a really good idea.
So what kind of models have you come up with recently? Is that just a park design, or is that more?
what Tufts University is also working with us, and you can talk to them, and they're doing a Second Life version. So that's an online modeling, which is different than the physical modeling. So doing it in several different ways.
Thank you very much.